What up, my dudes, my lady dudes? Welcome back to another episode of Everybody Loves Hypnotoad. It's me, your boy, the Hypnotoad. What's happening? You see me in my human form. Hi. What's going on? You're probably looking like, Nani?
He's just standing there, menacingly!
What goes on here? You know, just gonna watch some videos. I'm gonna react to this video. And then you're gonna go hit the like button. And you're gonna subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Not scientifically possible!
And you're also gonna turn on the post notifications. And lastly, you're gonna, well, no, not lastly, you're gonna share the video with somebody who's not subscribed. And then lastly, you're gonna drop a comment. We'll talk about what the comment is later, don't worry about that. But until then, in the meantime, in between time, you already know we are going to go to the original content of the video and give it its view. If you didn't know, it's our boy Casual Geographics over there. See him? I know you do. He's kind of a staple here at the channel at this point. Go give the original content its view. Hit the like button over there. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to him. Go ahead, do that. And without further ado, cue that intro.
This is exhilarating. Get excited.
And before you ask what's on my head, it's called a scarf. Thank you very much. Gotta keep the hair fresh out here in these streets. Anyway, why butterflies are not your friend, but some sharks are. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be friends with a shark, and I don't really have a problem with butterflies. I had an ex that was scared of butterflies. That was actually really funny. I digress. Maybe butterflies are horrible. Who knows, right? Let's find out. Let's see what our boy has to say.
Butterflies have been known to drink blood, and that's honestly not even the worst part.
No.
Butterflies will do this weird-ass thing called mud puddling, and basically it's when they try to suck the nutrients out of any organic matter. Which is why these knuckleflies will suck the blood from the bodies of animals that have already tapped out of life.
So it's like the mosquito version of a vulture? Okay. And that immediately made me think of like Hunter x Hunter, when they're doing the Hunter exams and they get stuck on the island for the set amount of days, and then the butterflies come for people who are bleeding and stuff like that. Yeah, that's where they grabbed that from. Actual science.
There's a species of butterfly in Spain that is attracted to the smell of a fresh corpse, and they'll pull up to the body just to get it to.
Let's go.
They'll do this mud puddling thing with rotten fruit, literal deuces on the ground. Some will even drink the tears of other animals like sleeping birds or reptiles like turtles.
I mean, don't you all drink the tears of your enemies? I do. Makes my beard grow. Comes in very nicely, doesn't it? Just in case you're wondering what it is. The tears of my enemies. Yeah.
There's even a type of butterfly that'll go out of its way to irritate the eyes of turtle and came in to force them to tear up just so they can drink the tears for minerals.
See?
And because they don't discriminate,
Nah,
they'll
shit.
do it to you too.
Oh, God.
In fact, there are some butterflies that are attracted to human sweat.
Ooh.
Also, unrelated fact, most of a butterfly's taste buds are on its feet. So the next time a butterfly lands on your hand and makes you feel special, just know he's using you. Once he gets his taste, he'll just leave you and move on to the next. Those butterflies
Just gonna use me like that? My God. It's okay. I mean, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. It's fine.
I'm trash.
I'm only here to fulfill my purpose so I can go away.
are just boys with wings. Let's talk about the bird that drinks literal blood.
Let's do
This
it.
is a vampire finch.
Yeah.
This tiny lure is found only on the islands of the Galapagos.
Of course.
The vampire finch will peck at larger birds like the... I don't think guidelines will let me say this bird's name, but I'm gonna let the comments do it for me.
Okay. There you go. Comment section. If you know what that bird's name is, Drop it down below, okay?
These finches will peck at the birds until eventually the skin breaks and blood starts oozing out, which they will drink. Scientists believe this started because the finches would eat the parasites off the birds but accidentally break skin and draw blood in the process. But then they started drinking the homemade Kool-Aid and decided to make it culture. So now they just see bigger birds as flying blood banks. Doesn't really hurt the bird that it's getting it from, and the vampire finch gets free calories to keep it alive during a drought.
Okay,
it's not the only thing that can drink blood without a law degree. Some bats and butterflies be on the same type of time.
Oh yeah.
The more you know.
How many people have seen this meme? I've seen this so many times, and
Okay,
I'm just
so
like,
two
bro.
things. One, that's not a rat.
No.
It's a South American flavored rodent called a pacarana.
Yeah.
It's like a travel-sized capybara.
That's correct.
And two, pacaranas have really sensitive skin, and putting soap on it removes essential oils from it. So best case, the soap is just mildly irritating to him.
Yep.
Worst case, this not a rat is in legitimate pain and is desperately trying to get it off.
Yeah.
Either way, it's not a good look.
No.
Not to mention, if that soap isn't pet friendly, let's be real, it probably isn't. There's a good chance it could be burning its skin. Because I definitely just ruined this video for y'all, here's a pacarana cleaning itself, but without the soap.
There you go. Look at him. He's like, I gotta stay fresh. Be fresh as he is out here. I wonder if he uses Dr. Squatch. Is he using thick bricks?
As promised, here's 10 facts about this guy. It's not a rat, it's a South American rodent known as a pacarana.
Yeah.
It's basically an economy-sized capybara.
Yeah, buddy.
And despite what you might think, they're super clean and will spend hours washing themselves every single day.
Oh, he definitely uses
a lot
thick
better
bricks.
than some people. They can tip the scales at over.
You hear that? A lot better than some of you people. What kind of soap are you using? Are you using Dr. Squatch? Are you using the thick bricks? Are you moisturizing your man-made and unholy mixtures? What's wrong with you? You know better. Go get you some soap. Some real soap. Grow up. Stop using the chemical crap. It's not good for you. You want nice skin like this? Yeah? You want nice thick bricks. See, that's not even sponsored. I just like Dr. Squatch. But I mean, hey, Dr. Squatch, if you want to go ahead and sponsor your boy, you know,
opportunity, and we give it back to you. None shall interfere. Do as you please.
Just saying, holler at your boy.
30 pounds, making them as heavy as the average 2-year-old. They're the third heaviest rodent behind beavers in the walking vibe check above.
That's
You've
right.
probably never seen one before because they're usually only active at night and there's only few places in the world you can find them.
freaks
But your
come
best
out
chance
at
would be
night.
booking a
Yeah,
one-way to
yeah,
Peru,
yeah.
Bolivia, or Venezuela. Sometimes they get put on a shirt by farmers that see them as pests, but a lot of people have them as pets because they're low maintenance, quiet, and friendly towards humans when raised by them.
Oh, let's go.
They're cute now, but 2 million years ago there was a giga version of them that grew to 5 feet long and could be in the same weight class as a car at up to 3,500 pounds.
The ultra version, like, bro, the Giga Chad version of a capybara. Holy shit, that's nutty.
And this hippo rat was estimated to have a bite force 3 times stronger than tigers today.
Let's go.
Lucky for the world, they were and are vegans that eat mostly fruits, leaves, and plant stems.
He's like, look at him. He's just a whole vibe. He is a whole vibe. Like, what are you doing? Minding my business.
You'll never
I'm chilling,
guess
bro.
what this is. So the story goes, an Australian homeowner nearly caught a heart attack when she saw a
Again, Australia. Here we go again. I've said it in other videos. What the fuck, Australia? What the hell, bro? Like, y'all need to, the people, great. Every other thing that exists there, horrible. Why? It's like the universe's sick joke. Like, hey, you know, all that really horrible stuff. Australia, Florida. Don't even worry. Like,
hairy foot with large claws poking out of her bathroom ceiling. And of course, it's Australia, so you kind of have to expect the worst.
Thank you.
What she didn't expect was a Pokemon. The intruder turned out to be a brush-tailed possum.
It's Pikachu.
If you called him Pikachu, nobody would blame you. And even though it looks
See?
like a beach blonde squirrel, as a marsupial, it's more related to kangaroos and koalas.
Yeah.
They're normally not this color. Golden brush-tails only exist because of a genetic mutation that causes low levels of the pigment melanin.
There you
Which is
go.
why these unseasoned possums look fresh out the Pokeball. It's not even the first time. They have a habit of constantly breaking and entering. One brush-tailed possum broke into an Australian bakery and proceeded to eat as many pastries as his stomach would allow before anyone could stop him. This is how
Homie went in there and gorged himself and was like, all right, take me away. Just take me away. I can't.
How they found him.
He was probably
he's
sweating
guilty,
when
but
he was
regrets
eating.
nothing.
Facts. Hello. You are having a big
This
mouth.
picture looks creepy, but there's actually a pretty heartwarming story behind it.
Of course.
Rick Anderson is an Australian diver who's been exploring the ocean off New South Wales for more than 30 years. One day he was diving as usual when a shark approached him. The shark was a harmless baby Port Jackson shark that swam right up to him.
Oh, okay.
Rick didn't make any sudden moves to avoid scaring her. Yeah, the shark's a girl. Started to pat her and even cradle her in his arms. Yeah, we are still talking about a shark.
Right.
Also, this was 7 years ago. Now every time Rick enters the water, the shark will immediately rush over to him and brush against his legs. And when he holds out his arms, the shark takes it as an invitation to lay on them. In the 7 years he's known her, the shark went from a 6-inch pup to a 6-foot adult. Despite this, they're still able to instantly recognize each other. He's basically his dog and acts like it too. Doesn't even like feed her or anything, the shark's just actively choosing to be around him. Just like you'd expect from any healthy long-term relationship, she's even met his family. Rick eventually introduced his 3 kids to the shark, who got a hug from each. Moral of this video: sharks are really just the pit bulls of the ocean.
Meet the real-life cat dog.
Stop putting bad names on pit bulls. And what you know about cat dog? Since he just said that, huh? What you know about a wolf and a purr? Let me know. Feline canine lick cat dog. Cat dog.
So there's actually a story behind this. Basically, it was one fine day with a wolf and a purr. This baby was born, and as
there he goes. See? Boom. What's happening?
you'd expect, it caused quite a stir. You're a goat if you got that reference, but nah, it's one of the oldest and rarest dog breeds in the world, the Hmong dog. It's an ancient dog that was believed to be first bred by an ethnic group of people from China and Southeast Asia known as the Hmong tribe. And this cat dog was really popular in the mountainous regions of Vietnam, where they were used as hunting partners and guardians. Since most believe this dog happened when a native dog was bred with a jungle wolf, they still retained a lot of their hunting instincts. Which means even though they look like the product of a really questionable one-night stand, they'll chase and erase any cats they run into. Like for real, you don't want them around cats, they will always be on sight. Because they were used to hunt, they're really trainable to the point where even the Vietnamese police will use them for police stuff, I guess. And because they're so rare, getting a purebred Hmong can make your wallet at least $1,000 lighter. For a purebred puppy, your kids might not go to college. Because they were spawned in the cold, rainy mountains, they have a thick fur coat to keep them warm, and probably the reason why they're so expensive. So you might know this guy. This little dude from Vietnam is named Sui, and he's actually a crossbreed between Hmong, and I'm actually not sure what else he is. All I know is that I would commit very much first.
If anybody else knows what that dog is bred with, again, comment section. I want to see it. I read them all. If you don't know.
Degree for him. Life, no parole, no questions asked. Here's a fact you definitely didn't ask for. Tadpoles will scream underwater to avoid getting eaten by cannibals. This is an Argentinian wide-mouthed frog, and it's the most ambitious cannibal in the world. Not only will they go out of their way to eat their own kind, wide-mouths have been known to try swallowing frogs physically bigger than they are, even if it means choking to death. In fact, these frogs will keep shoving food down their throats until their stomach rips open.
That's correct.
And it turns out even tadpoles will eat the babies of other species of frogs. But they don't eat each other. These tadpoles will let out a short but high-pitched scream whenever they come into contact with another tadpole that's probably trying to take them off the senses. And scientists believe that scream is the only thing stopping the bigger tadpoles from friendly firing all their siblings. Which is why if you touch one of these tadpoles with an object like a spatula, it'll literally scream for its life. But of course, once they're adults, no amount of screaming will stop him from bundying his entire family reunion.
That's correct.
I could be wrong, but this is the only animal in the world that'll literally unalive itself just by overeating. Except, nah, I'm not going there.
Don't do it.
Some of these frogs will Pac-Man everything until the buildup of fat causes them to go blind. Oh, and then they...
This right here is a bush turkey. Smoke it.
Don't leave it alone.
That right there is the heaviest flying thing on the planet. It's called a Cory bustard. They're found in Africa, and the biggest ones can tip the scales at over 40 pounds. It's like a 5-year-old being able to fly. When they want to attract a mate, they make this loud booming call. When they want to flex on you, they sound just like Bowser.
What's happening? Do you want to smoke with Bowser? You want to smoke with Bowser?
Steroid goose has a gullet pouch that inflates like a white balloon, which they use to make those mating calls while also dancing for female validation.
Let's go.
Sometimes two male bustards will square up and spend an hour smashing their bodies into one another while also trying to stab their rival until one eventually taps out. The winner gets all the females in the area, and he'll get every last one of them pregnant and then play no part in raising any of the children.
Homie said he got the cheeks and leave. That's it.
Basically, every bustard's a bastard. Also, this African bush tweety can have a wingspan of over 9 feet, and apparently they have no fear of humans. They probably should.
They are,
Since they're
yeah.
loudest in the morning, being neighbors with one means you wake up to this. If you're a gym bro or broette, you can probably thank one animal for it. This absolute unit is Charles Atlas. As a kid, he was a scrawny 97-pound weakling that would get sand kicked in his face.
Yeah, he said no
seriously,
more of that.
It actually happened. But he was too poor to go to the YMCA, so after being inspired during a trip to the zoo, he came up with his own workouts based on dynamic tension.
Yep.
Basically, the idea of pitting one muscle against another.
That's correct.
Not only did Mr. Atlas become a walking vibe check, he would go on to sell his workout program to millions. And fun fact, one of his clients was David Prowse, aka the dude that played Darth Vader.
Yes.
All this clout meant Charles Atlas became known as the grandfather of the modern fitness and bodybuilding industry. And this was all because when he was a 97-pound kid, he visited a zoo where he was inspired by...
Tiger.
Yeah. So if swole is the goal and size is the prize, Tony the Tiger is the reason why.
That's right.
The more you know. Actually, another fun fact.
The sick
A
palm.
tiger's legs are so strong that they can remain standing even when they're dead. Now the more you know. Here's how rats got banned.
Now it's the more you know. If you didn't know, now you know.
From an entire part of Canada. Alberta's the only place in the world inhabited by people with no residential population of rats, and rats are forbidden from establishing there.
Oh,
Meaning
awesome.
if a rat
Great.
illegally enters Alberta, he and his entire bloodline will be erased with extreme prejudice.
Hey.
It all started when the Alberta government decided
me
they were
playing
not
Demon
having
Slayer.
that rat nonsense on their side and declared war on them. But unlike Australia, they were actually ready. They claimed rats to be the biggest threat to national security and so created the Rat Control Program. Like they would have conferences on how to stop rats from ratting. 2,000 posters and 1,500 pamphlets were...
Can we have conferences like that when we play Apex? How do we stop the rats from ratting? You know? It's been an ongoing thing for years now. How do we stop the rats from ratting? I don't have a solution yet.
were passed around railroad stations, post offices, schools, basically anywhere you could see them. The US had a war on terrorism, but Alberta had a war on rodents. Any population of Jerrys that were discovered were quickly removed from the census with zero discrimination.
That's right.
Any rat that passed the Alberta-Saskatchewan border was basically signing a death certificate.
Yeah.
Of course, this meant pet rats were very illegal, and possession of one could make your wallet a $5,000 fine lighter.
Damn.
I cannot express enough how on-site they were about this.
Bro,
in
they are not
2004,
playing.
someone released 38 rats in Calgary, but by the time officers arrived, yes, officers were called, it was that serious. The rats were already past tense by residents armed with brooms, 2x4s, and shovels, and whoever did it was promised a $190,000 fine.
100,000. What?
Armed with brooms, 2x4s, and shovels, and whoever did it was promised a $190,000 fine.
Moral of the story is do not go there with anything rat related. Don't go there with Tom and Jerry merch on because it got Jerry on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't do it. All right, it's not worth it.
They were not f***ing around.
No.
There's even a hotline you can call in case you see a rat.
Bruh.
After 70 years of rat genocide, Alberta is now the only place on the planet where you can find people but almost no rats whatsoever.
That's crazy.
If a rat is sighted, it's almost guaranteed to make the 6 o'clock news.
Facts.
Moral of this video: don't be bringing that rat over there. They not having it.
Bruh, at all.
Hope y'all.
At all. Don't. And I repeat, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. I've already reacted to this when 10 horrible ways animals can end you. I've already reacted to that one. So if you want to see how that pans out or what happens in that video, you know, go on my channel and check that out. Meantime, between time, yeah, like I was saying, in the meantime, between time, I will catch you guys in the next episode of Everybody Loves Hypnotoad. Maybe my face will be here, maybe it won't. I will go ahead and say most likely it won't, because you guys aren't gonna hit the like button enough for that,
etc.
Yeah, that's right, I said it. You won't hit the like button enough for my face to be here again. So I'll see you, but you won't actually see me. You'll see me in my regular form. Till then, meantime, in between time, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not.
時間を稼ぐだけならコンボつなげてこうやって足でバスケやってりゃいいんだ
turn on the post notifications, drop a comment if you've made it to this part of the video, and let me know what your favorite cereal is. Good night, good morning, all of the good shit. Peace out.
Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.